I think about it like this. If you have nothing to offer, go learn something to offer, right? And if you don't know
Facts.
what you want to offer or what you want to learn, do something you love.
This is the Leo Clamaco Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Leo Clamaco Podcast. I'm your host, Leo. Today, I have a very special guest for you guys. My man, Matt Champ.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, Matt?
Thank you for having me.
Matt is the opportunity broker. How fucking dope is that title? Matt, tell the people how you got that title.
Yeah, so last week, actually, I just got off the phone with my guy, Mike. Mike, you know who you are. You're watching this. And just the way he carried himself, the way he's able to, explain himself, what he's done, his story, really spoke volume. And, I wanted to take that over. And I'm sorry, Mike, but I want to steal your title too. So opportunity broker is the way to do it. A lot of people come to me for social media needs, which is great. I can definitely help out there. It's my bread and butter, something I've been doing for the last 5 years now, but a lot more that I can provide than just social media, for sure.
So let's break that down. Let's get to social media first. What exactly do you do in social media? And then we'll trail into what else you can do as an opportunity broker.
For sure. So on the social media side of things, for the last 5 years, been able to work with over 4,000 individuals, artists, brands, entrepreneurs, athletes, really anyone who's serious about establishing their brand online and getting to the next level. In the world we live in right now, 2024, Instagram's your online resume. You know what I mean? So that's where the opportunities come into play. If you look credible online, you will have an opportunity to do something, whatever that is. And then once you have the presence, you build a personal brand, the credibility, that's when you can go ahead and turn your audience into a cash flow.
How do you help people exactly? What do you do for them?
So I get on one-on-one calls. Everyone's journey is different, right? Everyone's journey, everyone's point A is different from what you see online from someone's point B. One of my mentors told me someone's chapter 1 is not your chapter 2.
For sure.
So with that being said, understanding their goals, understanding their drive, their passion, and I create custom lesson plans based on their goals and their vision to make sure I'm holding them accountable, but I'm also holding myself accountable because I want them to look good and have a good reflection on me, of course.
Of course. How big is branding? How important is branding in 2024?
It's a very good question. It's a very broad question, right? So I think about it like this. If you have nothing to offer, go learn something to offer, right? And if you don't know what you want to offer or what you want to learn, do something you love. If it's trading cards, if it's Pokemon Go, whatever the fuck it is, in 2024, people are getting rich off the dumbest shit that I can see. I mean, they're taking advantage of it, though. So branding is essential in 2024. And why is because the world we live in right now, right? You see everything happening on social media. You go out to a bar, you go out to a restaurant, you go to a networking event.
Right.
You're getting the person's number or you're getting their Instagram. No Snapchat, none of that bullshit. It's straight Instagram or your number. So when they see the credibility next to your name, unfortunately, the world we live in right now, it's a numbers game.
And the best commodity is attention.
Attention, right? This whole marketing, this whole branding, it's playing with people's minds. You know what I mean? So if you're able to play the mind game with people, whether it's a good thing, whether it's a bad thing, create conversation, create diversity, create some sort of argumentative topics, you know what I mean? So it's just putting your name out there so people know who you are, and that's when the opportunities come into play.
Based on your expertise, where do you see social media heading?
I like that question. So it's not even at its peak yet. I think 2027, 2028 is when we're really going to see the peak of social media that we haven't.
You think we're not even at the peak yet?
No.
Okay.
Not even close.
So what does the peak look like?
I think the peak, what looks like is it's the normal.
Everyone having a brand, right?
Everyone having a brand, right? And yes, you start to see when you're scrolling through Instagram ads, you see all these coaching offers. You see, DM me for this, DM me for that.
Right.
Which is, again, starting to get saturated. I mean, everyone hops on a new wave. Everything's a trend on social media.
Right.
So I think eventually people are going to come across selling the most random shit, but making an income out of that. So what I mean by that is
Whatever their expertise is, right?
whatever it is,
Right.
or whatever it is. And the reasoning why I think the peak is 2027, 2028, we got these 60-year-old, 70-year-old, 50, 40, however, anything really over 40, right? They could be the richest motherfuckers on the planet and they don't have an Instagram. And they're missing out on that whole market. So I think once they
Right.
get the hint of that, I mean, it's game over for
They
everyone.
can have a much larger impact, much larger frame, right? Just by tapping into that.
Billions and billions of users online consuming content a day.
That's crazy.
A day. So it's never, if it's competitive, that means it's working,
Right.
you know?
Matt, what would you consider a good piece of content
A good piece of content.
versus a bad one? Right? Like what's does every piece of content need to go viral? Like is that the measurement for a good content?
No, I think what good content is, however many likes, however many views, however many followers you have on the page you're posting that content,
Right.
you need to provide value, right? If someone's going to come across your page for free and learn something and it costs them nothing but their attention, it's a win-win for everyone because they're going to keep coming back knowing it's free, you know? So, and once they start to see free content and they have that trust with you, they're a little more obligated to spend money with you as well.
Right.
So that's why you see on my reels, I just post free stuff. One, because America's fucking lazy, you know? So if you can sit on the couch and open up Instagram and learn something for free, that's something I've learned.
Why not, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go back in time. Who was Matt in high school?
Matt in high school was a little scrawny basketball player who
Okay.
liked to
What position?
power forward, shooting guard, 3-4 area.
Got it, okay.
Yeah, so you know, I was in there. I mean, bro, I just like to joke around. Like that's just my personality and make people smile, laugh. Everyone around me. Like if you know me personally, you know I like to make people smile. So, just a kind of typical high schooler, right? Nothing crazy. Didn't like do anything crazy in high school where I blew up out of the water. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, I got recruited to go play college basketball in upstate New York,
Nice. Where?
Utica.
Oh,
Utica
cool.
College.
Very nice. Yeah.
So central New York, everything you'd ask for. During COVID, it was a lot of protocols, but we did end up winning our conference championships for our conference. So that was great. My freshman year, sophomore year, we ended up losing in the conference championship. So after that, that wasn't the deciding factor why I dropped out. But with all this social media game and what I've been doing since my junior year of high school, that's when I wrapped it up, threw the shoes over the wires, and headed down here to Miami.
How'd you get started in social media? Who influenced you? Who guided you?
Yeah. I mean, this is the story I tell everyone, and it sounds really basic, but it's the truth. Like, it was COVID during, it was probably a couple weeks after that.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Guys, Matt is 21 years old.
21.
I just want to put that out there.
22 April 6th, if you guys want to wish me a happy
22
birthday.
April 6th.
Yeah.
Successful. Living out his dream at 22 years old. Please continue.
Yeah, so it was that St. Patrick's Day, my senior year during COVID, March 17th. A couple of weeks after that, everyone thought they were going back to school. That
I remember that.
Yeah, so
Same day with that the NBA stopped games.
yep,
Right.
just randomly because
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
outbreak during halftime or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a couple weeks after that pause and everything was online, and my boy came over to my place and I was like, yo, you want to go get food or something like that? He's like, nah, I got to take this business call. It's like, business call, bro? You're 18 years old and we're in high school. Like, I got like $100 to my name. Like, still asking my dad for haircut money. But yeah, so I was like, what do you mean business call? So he's like, look, like I'm helping these entrepreneurs, these artists, grow online and make a name for themselves.
Wow.
And
What a
I-
light bulb moment, huh?
Yeah, and that's when I was like, holy shit, like I know so many artists and I love talking to people. I love interacting with people regardless if it's going to benefit the both of us.
Right.
I could just have a conversation with you for 20, 30 minutes and talk about life. So I thought I was a good fit for it. At the end of the day, it was sales. I had a passion for sales once I started learning that.
Yeah.
Hopping on the phone, banging out phone calls left and right at the age of 18 years old, heading into my freshman year of college. You know, I racked up right around 10K going into my freshman year in college. So
Good for
as a
you.
college kid,
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of beer money.
it's a lot of nights out, you know. That's to say the least. But yeah, so from there,
So he put you on,
yep.
light bulb moment. You're like, fuck, I can do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And you
mean,
went for it.
look, at first you're gonna be skeptical. At first, I
For
was, you know, taking the leap of faith online at the age of 18 years old. You know, I talked to a lot of them. You know, I'm like, look, I was in the same position as you. So it's either you take the risk, you put the money forward. Money comes and goes, opportunities don't. First of
For
all,
sure.
so it was $150 at the time to get started. So I was like, all right, fuck.
Not too bad.
I work at a golf course. I get tipped out probably $25 a day in cash on top of my hourly rate or whatever it is. I can go make this back in a week, whatever it may be, right? So I'm like, it's a week of work. So went back, did it. I'm fucking happy I did it now.
I bet.
And yeah, I mean, scaled that up all going through high school, college, dropped out after my sophomore year. Like I said, moved down here, and I think Miami's a networking hub of America.
Miami's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like LA and New York mixed into one.
Yeah. With beautiful
know?
weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a challenge with a client because of your age?
Good question. Yeah. So what I say is like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I tell them right off the bat, I'm transparent. I'm 21 years old, and the reason why I'm able to have this great success right now is because this is the generation we live in, right?
That's a good answer.
Do you want to learn social media from me, or do you want to learn social media from a 45-year-old who doesn't have Instagram?
Right.
You know,
Who's not in it? Who's not in the culture?
No.
In that age demographic?
right. But again, at the end of the day, a lot of my clients that come to me aren't over the age of 27. So again, I want to be able to relate to people, because when they come across my content, they see I'm young, they see the yachts, they see the cars, they see, you know, the lifestyle, right? That's every 18-year-old's dream, you know, just selling. That's all I'm doing is selling a lifestyle, if I'm being honest with you.
Right.
But that's the marketing technique. I don't want to brag that. That's really just to bring eyes in. From there, that's when I can provide value to you.
What's your goal with this? Where do you want this to go for you?
The goal, I mean, I have this on my website as well. As far as I have it captured as my end goal, and there is no end goal because there's so much fucking potential to grow. So, yes, I have.
How big do you want to get?
I mean, sky.
How big of an operation do you want?
I mean, I want a full, almost corporation. That's my goal. Like,
Okay.
if again, I understand it's social media. I understand it's 2024 with AI coming around. Who knows what's going to happen? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's getting scary how good that is.
Even with AI coming, a lot of people don't know how to use AI.
Correct.
You know what I mean? They still need someone like you to guide them through that.
Correct. Yeah. But look, at the end of the day, if people are coming to me to learn from me, there's only so many people I can take in.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to be
branch out
bringing.
and
I don't want to be bringing in
clone yourself.
20 people and then handing them off to Joe. Yo, I know you came to me, but you're gonna learn from Joe. Like that, you can't do that. You know. So
I mean,
you can.
I think there's the right way to do it, right? What you could probably do is create like a certificate, like a Matt Champ social media certification course.
Yep.
Where you run these guys through it, and they become your certified coaches.
Yeah. That's something I've always thought about too.
You know?
Is
and now they're like legit. You know,
Yeah.
they were trained under you, and they working on your behalf.
yeah. That's I know that's what Tony Robbins does. A lot of these big guys that want to work with. I mean, you pay 10K. That's you're not talking to Tony Robbins. You pay 100K. That's when you're talking to Tony Robbins.
Not even more.
Probably, yeah.
Tony's like $1 million.
Is it?
Yeah,
it's
it's like $1 million.
up there now. It's my fault, Tony.
Tony won't work for less than that. His time is too valuable. He's probably worth $1 million an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
his time is so valuable. Like he consults presidents.
to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He has clearance.
I'm scared when I'm watching my Instagram feed of him. Like, yeah, yes, sir.
Tony's great.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Definitely one of the people I've looked up to throughout the process.
Same. What's your dream, Matt? What's your overall dream? What do you want to accomplish in life? What do you want your legacy to be?
Honestly, fuck all the money aside with a legacy. I want people to know me for the impact I've made on others. And I don't think there's enough genuine people out there nowadays. I want people to know me.
A lot of fucking posters out there.
Yeah, I want people to know me as a genuine person. Where if I do reach out to you, I haven't done cold outreach in a while, but just know if I do outreach for you, I do see genuine potential for you to grow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, and I know for a fact with the confidence I have and the experience I have, I can make that happen for you if you're serious about it.
Right.
So.
I think you're still too young, but do you want a family? Do you want kids?
Yeah, definitely. Eventually, I mean, I want some prodigies. Yeah. I mean, I definitely want my kids to go through like the sports, face adversity, all of the fun stuff.
I think you'd be a good dad, Matt.
I hope so.
I think you'd be a good dad
I
because
hope
you're
so.
genuine.
Yeah.
You're authentic, and you can tell.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
energy's pure.
Yeah. I mean, if I tell my kid you're not fucking doing that, you're not fucking doing that. But yeah, I know. I definitely do want a family. I don't know where I want it. I don't know when I want it. I just do know I want one.
Please take your time. You're way too young.
Yeah, hell, no rush here.
Yeah.
Definitely no rush
Go make
here.
a whole lot of money first.
Yeah, travel the world.
Yeah, travel the world, exactly. Go see Asia, South America, Europe.
I want to go to Bali for sure.
I've been to Bali.
How's that?
Bali's crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah. It took me like 36 hours to get there.
That's the thing, but
And
once
like
you're there,
47 hours to get back. Almost 2 days to get back.
the plane ticket's probably what, 2,500, but the
It was something like that. It was like
everything,
1,800, yeah,
everything,
at the time.
all meals and everything out there.
It's crazy.
Give me $4 for a full course meal.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Sure.
Bali's amazing.
Sure.
I was there for like a week. I was there 2019.
2019.
2019.
Bali and Maldives. I want to go to Maldives. So.
Maldives is I never
Beautiful. It looks beautiful.
been. But Bali's really dope.
Yeah.
It's far as shit though.
Yeah. All the beautiful places are. Dubai's up there too for me.
Yeah.
I want to go to. That's just manifestation over there. Like, I mean, I can't even describe it. Just a picture of the skyline of Dubai is like,
It's
that should be
beautiful.
everyone's background on their iPhone. Like,
You like big cities?
see, when I was younger, I never liked big cities because I grew up from a town, and people call it upstate. It's 45 minutes from New York City.
What's it called?
Cold Spring, New York.
I know Cold Spring.
Yeah, so
I'm from
I gra-
Queens.
I graduated with 67 people in my graduating class.
Wow.
Like
Very small town.
yeah, like our school was so small we play against prison schools because there's no
Really?
we can't play against the AA schools who have 1,500 kids in a grade. So,
Look at that.
being so adjusted to that growing up, we got one red light in my whole town, like
Really?
one red light,
One red
one
light.
red light. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So, I mean, I was never into big cities going into New York City. I mean, when I was younger, it's a little cleaner, but now it's just
Oh,
kind of going to
it's a
shit.
mess
So
now.
I
It's
always
a
hated
mess.
New York City. But once I came down here, I mean, they cleaned up Miami from what I heard.
Yeah.
From
What
whatever.
made you come to Miami?
Honestly, simply just the weather.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly just recently saw a study. If you're less than 2 miles from the beach, you're 80 something % to be more productive. And I definitely see it. Like,
Yeah.
And it's just like,
The sunshine gives you life.
yeah. I was, Gary Brecka.
No.
He's like a sports nutritionist and just like he was on a podcast I was watching. Seasonal depression's a thing.
Oh, 1,000%.
100%. And especially
1,000%, yeah.
in New York,
I felt it.
once winter is wrapping up and you feel that first sunbeam of spring in New York City, everyone now
You're so
you're
much
starting to see the
happier.
shorts, now
Oh,
you're starting to see
yeah.
the t-shirts, everyone's so happy. And New
Bro.
York is so hard on everything, like so hard on each other. Like everything's just like
Fucking concrete jungle.
yeah.
It's freaking like at 65 degrees, everyone's half naked in New York.
Yeah, that's.
know?
I was on the airport. I was in the airport on the way down here this morning. It was snowing. It was snowing.
Really?
It was snowing. It was 17 degrees, snowing. I got off the plane. I'm still wearing a sweatshirt and these pants. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this shit is not real.
No.
And it just changes your whole attitude. And when you
Oh,
have
yeah.
that motive to keep going, like when I first came down here, I'd see the yachts, I'd see the mansions, I'd see the cars. I'm like, if you're not around that shit, how do you plan on getting that?
Right.
So surround yourself with the things you want. Surround yourself with the people you want to be.
Right. You got to be around it to feel the energy and get the taste of it.
100%.
You know?
And like that's why I like taking the occasional trips down here, because I would go back to New York and focus the fuck up.
Right.
Like just sitting in the cold and the snow, and then I'm like, damn, that Lambo or that mansion or that jet ski ride I went on in Boca Raton looking at $10 million mansions.
That's awesome.
It's so motivating. And at a young age, if I was to do that at 30, I'd be like, I'm all set. It's too late for me. Like, just makes me want to do it more.
Don't be saying that, bro. 30's the new 20.
No, no, just
30's the new 20, bro.
I'm just saying, I don't feel
what
like
you
I'd
mean. I
be
know what
as
you mean.
much
I know
as
what you mean.
motivated. Yeah,
No, but you can be.
100%.
You can be.
100%.
I think you are in the minority, meaning that not a lot of 21-year-olds have your mentality and maturity.
Yeah. Yes and no. I mean,
It takes at least until 25, 26, 27 for most men to get it and for it to click.
yeah. I mean, a lot of the people
I think
that
you're very mature and very advanced for your age.
for sure, I believe so too, and that's why I think I'm able to achieve the success I'm at right now.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's always room for improvement, which I totally understand as well. But I mean, look, like my friends back home, they're still in college. Some of them are applying for jobs, getting their bachelor's degree, working $60,000 to $75,000 a year.
And you're here in Miami and yachts living the life.
All because I spent
Making
$100.
money.
All because I spent $150.
That's crazy.
That's how I look at it. Like if I never spent that $150 and just took,
But you took a risk.
that's
You took a risk on yourself. You bet on yourself, and you won.
for $150. Give me, I'll do that anytime going to the casino.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Matt, share with the people one message, one nugget that can help someone in your age wanting to strive to be anything like you.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you want something, it's going to sound cliche as fuck, but if you want something, there's no one holding you back from going to do it besides yourself. Look, everyone's journey is different 100%. Some people are blessed. Some people have to work for it. Some people are born into it, right? Whatever it may be. But they're the same fucking person as you. We all breathe the same air. We all have the same opportunities. We all have the same opportunity to go get $100 million tomorrow, right? We all have the same opportunity to fly wherever we want tomorrow, but it's more so how bad do you want to do that? It's how much are you willing to risk? How much are you willing to not go out and party? How much are you willing to sit on your computer and study? Whether that's school, go ahead, go to college, get your degree, get your bachelor's, get your master's. Everyone's plan is different, but if you know your end goal and you want your end goal, you have to stay consistent. If you're not consistent, it's not going to happen.
Discipline.
Yeah. And
100%.
me personally, I'm self-employed. I have no one to hold me accountable, right?
That's
So
beautiful.
yes and no.
Because you got to motivate yourself.
Yes. And sometimes it is hard to motivate yourself. I'm not going
Yeah.
to lie. But when you do start to see that slope, that's when you're like, all right, fuck, Matt. I know what I'm capable of now because I was just up here. Now I'm down here. Now this is going to become this even higher. Like I don't like to describe it as rock bottom because, you know, if it is rock bottom, there's only one way to go, and that's
Up, baby.
all the way up. All the way up.
Matt, that's a beautiful message.
Yep.
Let the people know where they can find you. What's your IG, your YouTube, your Facebook, your Instagram, your
Yep.
TikTok, whatever you got.
So, yeah, if you guys want to shoot me a follow, I'm very, very interactive. I don't have no DM setter or any bullshit like that. No one go through my DMs. It's me. You'll hear a voice message from me at Matt Champlin _.
Matt, Thank you so much for being a guest on the podcast. I really appreciate you. You dropped some gems today, man.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, bro. Guys, 21 years old, successful, living in Miami, partying yachts. If you want the life that you dream of, you gotta go after it. You gotta go after it. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell notification. I love you guys. I'll see you later.
This is the Leo Clamaco Podcast.